he can't have no accountability team because he don't put himself in a situation to fall.
Right.
You feel me? If you battling with lust and all that big time, you don't need to be meeting with no ladies behind closed door without nobody in there. That's what I'm saying, cuz you got to know yourself.
Yeah.
And the people around you got to know you, dog. If I know you're an alcoholic, cuz and you trying not to drink, why I'm gonna take you to the bar for? And say, hey, look, and then what we say, all right, now you know you can't have but one now. Come on, bro. I'm saying you up to fall big time. You feel bad shooting.
We all going through.
But they can't tell you. They can't tell you how to make the right decision though, big time. That's the thing. They can tell you what you're doing wrong and how wrong you doing it and how you look and what they would have did, but they can't tell you how to make the right decision, cool. Have you ever ran across that homeboy who always talking that trash and then you tell him, well, you do it then. You show me how to do it then, nigga. You do it. He talking about, oh, I don't want to do it. What you mean? You done did all that talking about you don't want it. What you mean you don't want to do it?
I see what you're saying.
Nigga like, you went too far, bro. You ain't had to say all that, bro. But going too far to me.
Too real, really.
But how you keep it too real? We living in a real world. How you keep it too real? You feel me?
You gotta, yeah.
Bro, how you keep it too real? Reality is reality. You trying to tell yourself,
yeah.
What I'm saying is too real, but it's gonna happen in reality. Bro, my last tooth out getting on my nerves so bad, bro. I haven't dreamed about beating a nigga head in, dog. I knew then, dog. I knew then I was being tempted beyond my strength, bro.
Right.
Somebody want you to come up. I'm speaking down on you for you to come up big time. You know what I'm saying?
You say you doing what?
I'm speaking down on you then. I'm speaking down on you so you come up.
That's what they say nowadays, boy.
Boy, I tell you, boy. Let's see what Cuz talking about, man. See what Cuz talking about. Yo.
What's going on with it, man?
What's up, big time? What's happening with you?
Just sitting here chilling, man.
Just chilling.
Just sitting here thinking, that's it.
Just thinking. What you think about, big time?
Man, I'm trying to figure out how to put it in words, man.
Shoot, just spit it out, man.
Keyword ego.
Who ego? Your ego?
Nah, I just realized everybody. I ain't saying everybody,
tight,
but
y'all.
the majority, everybody, like living in their ego. Like pretty much living in an illusion. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Pride.
Well, that's
ego.
That's different. Well, yeah, illusion. You know what I'm saying?
Illusion, you know what I'm saying?
Something that ain't real. You done made yourself think it's real.
Lying to yourself.
You lying to yourself.
Yeah, man. So I was just
What made you think of that?
Man, just being out and about, man, working around people, man. You just hearing folks talking and just like out in the world, man. Like, I just sitting back, like looking, especially our people, man. We don't be doing nothing, but we be full of ourselves, though. You know what I'm saying?
But you know what, big time? That's really the human form, though. In some shape, form, or fashion, we've got full of ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's you know what I'm saying, with anything. You feel me?
Yeah.
Yo, man, you know what I'm saying? You know, nigga get full of themselves, bro. You know what I'm saying? But that's what the self-examination is. When somebody bring it to your attention, you want to take it into consideration. You feel me?
Yeah. Sometimes have it when we ain't self-aware though.
Yeah, most definitely. But that's what I'm saying. When somebody bring it to your attention, then that's when you gotta. You feel me?
Yeah, self-examine yourself.
Yeah, cause that's the only way. That's the only way we gonna grow if you trying to grow. But a lot of folk ignore that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. You can't grow without self-awareness though. Like you gotta do inventory yourself. Like, okay, this ain't working. So I've been trying this 3, 4, 5, 6 times. So like it ain't working. Like maybe I need to make an adjustment. You get what I'm saying? Like then you gotta also have that spiritual discernment to know when to make an adjustment, when to keep going to it. You feel me?
Well, this was gonna help you big time. This was gonna help you or whatever prompt that thought. Accountability, bro. We need accountability partner. Like when you going through something or you be done made a decision, you'll call me and be like, "Cool, what you think, cool?" You know what I'm saying? Like I went about it this way, but what you think? That's the every iron sharpen iron. You feel me?
Right.
So if you ain't got nobody holding you accountable, how you staying sharp? You can't hold. You only can hold yourself accountable based upon your knowledge.
We like yes men though, man.
Some people.
That's who folk hang around though. Folk hang around folk who toot the horn and
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
like yes man. Like you my dog if you don't never tell no wrong. Like you with everything I do. If I come up with a dumb idea, well, let's go do this, let's go do that. You my dog, you know what I'm saying? But some niggas start telling you the truth. You're like, boy, shoot, boy, that nigga that crazy, boy. Start going around that nigga that boy, that nigga that, you know what I'm saying?
Man,
Nigga really get offended.
Bro, let me tell you one time, dog. I'm chilling with my dogs and I'm telling him like I'm telling him like, go on hang out with your daughter, bro. So he like, man, I ain't trying to deal with her mama and all this here, bro, right now. You know what I'm saying? Woo. I say, bro, listen, bro. I said, you gotta put all that to the side, bro. I say, cause you gonna trip when one of these other niggas go to spending time with your daughter and go to doing woo to your daughter. Then, you know, but a nigga told me I went too far. I shouldn't have said that.
I see what you're saying.
Nigga like, you went too far, bro. You ain't had to say all that, bro. But going too far to me.
Too real, really.
But how you keep it too real? We living in a real world. How you keep it too real? You feel me?
You gotta, yeah.
Bro, how you keep it too real? Reality is reality. You trying to tell yourself,
yeah.
What I'm saying is too real, but it's gonna happen in reality.
They don't want a nigga to mention it at all. Like, you know what I'm saying?
So you rather hear it from your dog than a nigga you don't kick with every day.
Even if it's true, niggas, certain niggas don't want you to go so far, even if it's true.
There you go.
They don't want you to go so far.
There you go, big time. You know what I'm saying? You know, but that what you feel me? That what I listen when I called a nigga.
But you know, not to cut you off, but you know when like, bro, like when you start keeping it real with folk, bro, like you hating. You jealous, like you know, you speaking down on a nigga.
Well,
like how nigga take it. You see what I'm saying?
Well, I'm speaking down on you for you to come up. I'm speaking down on you for you to come up, big time. You know what I'm saying?
You say you doing what?
I'm speaking down on you then. I'm speaking down on you so you come up.
That's what they say nowadays, boy. You got that boy, nigga selling t-shirts, boy, nigga goddamn selling clothes, goddamn houses, goddamn cutting hair, got cooking food, whatever you doing, boy. If you don't like it, well, nigga, that's your hate, boy.
But see, they got the definition, when I say they, us, we got the definition wrong of hating. You feel me?
Uh-huh.
You got the prime example.
That go back to ego though.
That's what I'm finna tell you right now. See, I'm working on a job, right? And when I come in the job, think about this. I get hired for a job. I come in the job for a driving job. Okay, by the time I get released from training, they ain't got no truck for me to drive. You feel me? So it just so happened that, you know, I'm on time. I'm talking about I'm 30 minutes, 40 minutes early, sitting in the car writing in my journal, you know what I'm saying, getting my mind right. So a supervisor saw that. So he was like, man, what you think about coming in the office? I said, shoot, I really don't really want to go in the office. I said, but just give me a couple of days to think about it. Long story short, I took the job. So it was a guy who did the hiring, who did the interview process. I mean, not the interview, but the orientation process. So when I come in now, you know, I see him how he carry himself. I'm like, dang man, something up with this cat. You feel me? But I brush it off. So I ended up taking the job. They made me the plant manager. So 2 years, about a year and a half, they brought him down and made him my direct manager from the corporate office. Oh man, why they do that big time? He had been working at the job. I had got in a position in like a year. You feel me? Like 6 months they put me in the manager position. So that's a prime example of hey, he come in trying to throw his rate around like he big ball man. Which you is, and I'm gonna respect you at ball man. You feel me? But that comes into play of hate. So now you trying to make it hard for me. Know what I'm saying? Right. If a nigga ain't making it hard for you, bro, he ain't hating on you, bro. He ain't hating on you, bro. If he ain't making it hard for you. Now he telling you the truth, he holding you accountable. You feel me? Now if he making it hard on you, it's something in you that he don't like.
Nigga down there wanna hit with you after telling them the truth, bro.
Huh? Say it again.
I said nigga down there wanna hit with you for telling them the truth.
But the thing here, it's supposed to. You feel me? The truth hurt. That true hurt big time. That truth gonna hurt big time. But guess what though? If it ain't hurting you, think about it, bro. If you don't go through nothing in life, how you gonna grow, right? So even your hater helping you grow. Right or wrong?
Right.
Your hater helping you grow. Yeah. Because it ain't as easy. Anything easy, it ain't challenging you. You feel me?
You can't have a testimony without a test.
Man, come on, bro.
You gotta be getting tested some type of way. Like that's the way to the next. It's like school. You had to get tested before you went to the 4th grade. You had to get tested before you went to the 5th grade.
That's the way to look at it.
And people think the test stop when we graduate. No, the test keep going.
That's the perfect way to look at it, right there. The test. You gotta pass the test to go to the next grade. To go to the next level in life, you gotta pass the test, big time.
Where the test keep going, bro.
Bro, let me tell you something. When you tempted beyond your limit, God will create a way out, bro.
You're right. We want to see the way out, though. That's the problem. So we can't see the way out. We're be in control. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why we go get the dope. It make us feel more in control of what the outcome going to be. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's why we, living way. We shouldn't be living because we feel more in control. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I'm going to go do this. I'm going to go right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, we like to feel in control. People don't know that's a lack of faith. You know what I'm saying?
Bro,
they can't see it, bro. They can't see it and put it together. Like it don't make sense to them. They even go in that direction. I don't see no outcome going left. You know what I'm saying? So, boy, shoot, niggas saying going left, but I know going right. You know what I'm saying? Boy, shoot, I ain't finna go right, boy. God dang, I'm finna go left. I don't see. You know what I'm saying? Dog over here going right. Nigga feel like, boy, I go there, I can get this and flip this and make this real quick, hit this car. You know what I'm saying? Shit, boy, that shit gonna run out of time.
Let me. I don't mean to change. What's happening? What you doing in here? Yeah, boy, hey, but don't creep up on me like that. Yes, sir. What going on, man? Miss Carrie back in the building, man. Just come and get the kick, man, for the day. Yes, sir, man. We about to go out and play, man. You know what I'm saying? But listen here, man. You see, we got Cuz on the line right now, man. Welcome to Mr. Big Time, man. Radio, TV, man. It's going down, man. Listen here. Cuz always calling. Cuz always got something on his mind. Cuz always got a scenario, you know what I'm saying? And all Cuz doing, man, is putting his pride to the side, reaching out, you know what I'm saying? Getting some advice beyond his knowledge, beyond his understanding. So let me tell you this right here. If you got a problem, if you got a scenario that you're trying to rectify, man, go ahead and hit the line, man. 770-685-4715. But check this out. Do not call. Do not call, man. Shoot a text, man, about what's going on, man. What kind of answers that you need, man, and hopefully we can give you some insight. You know what I'm saying? I drop it on Cuz. You know what I'm saying? I let Cuz know we got a brother or a sister in here or a cuz in here. You know what I'm saying? They got a problem with this, what he think. You know what I'm saying? We'll see what Cuz think, and then we'll see what Big Time think, man. You know what I'm saying? So get what? I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Remember, man, we want to help somebody overcome, man. Maybe you want to help somebody not go what you been, prevent them from going through what you going through, or maybe you done went through and you just want to help somebody else. So get what? We gonna do that, man. So get what, man? Tune in, man. Keep going, man. Keep growing, man. Yes, sir. Remember what I told you, when temptation get to its highest, God will create an out for you, bro. Before you make a fool of him and you.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? But you got to be looking for the out. Should nobody know you being tempted, but you ain't go.
You right now.
Know what I'm saying? Bro, my last 2 hours get on my nerves so bad, bro. I haven't dreamed about beating a nigga head in, dog. I knew then, dog. I knew then I was being tempted beyond my strength, bro.
Right.
Somebody, another supervisor walked right in my office one day, bro, and offered me another position, bro. Just out the blue. Pretty much, I already had the job, pretty much.
Oh, boy.
That was my out right there. Know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
So you got to be looking for that out.
Like, what you think about this, though? Like, every time, like, I fall into temptation, sometimes I might get stuck over there for a little while. Sometimes I might, hop right back over. You get what I'm saying? Even though I be discouraged in the process. Once you fall into temptation, bro, it's harder to come back to come up out that water and get, you know what I'm saying?
It depends on what it is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So all I know, yeah. Well, let me tell you what made me keep going back praying and trying to be obedient again. Like, even if it's after a certain period of time, like, the next time I do it, I go even longer than I did the last time. So you know what I'm saying? Even though I ain't got no business falling into it, you know what I'm saying?
Who said that?
Well, I guess that's how I feel, you know what I'm saying?
Bro, you gonna fall into temptation, but that's why I say we live in a world, bro, where these folk bad you for everything, boy.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about these folk bad you for hitting a rough spot in life. These folk bad you for not picking the right spouse. These folk bad you for homosexual lifestyle. I'm talking about these folk. And when you think about it, bro, all of it is a choice sometimes, or just poor decision making. Sometimes, you feel me?
Right.
Sometimes it's beyond what you can control. Some stuff happen when these folk were children, bro, and they just grew up. They were distorted. So they gotta be restored. They gotta be healed. You feel me? But I'm just saying, we live in a world, these folk bad you for everything, dog. These folk bad you.
We all going through.
But they can't tell you. They can't tell you how to make the right decision, though, Big Time. That's the thing. They can tell you what you're doing wrong and how wrong you doing it and how you look and what they would have did, but they can't tell you how to make the right decision, cool? Have you ever ran across that homeboy who always talking that trash, and then you tell him, well, you do it then. You show me how to do it then. Nigga, you do it. He talking about, oh, I don't want to do it. What you mean? You done did all that talking about you don't want it. What you mean you don't want to do it? Oh, you can't do it. Just say you can't do it, Big Time. Know what I'm saying?
Well, you ain't willing to do it.
Exactly. But if you doing all that talking, you willing to do it, for far as I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, the more of life, bro, the more we'll sit here and get in our own head about our own situation, what we going through. You know what I'm saying? It's folk going through worse than what we going through, Big Time. You might be battling with your financing or making the proper decision. Somebody else battling, should they pull the plug or get the kidney transplant, or you feel me? Like it's some folk Bro, it's some folk life or death right now, bro. It's some nigga who trying to get back up and walk again, dog, after a year. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm grateful, big time. I'm talking about despite of what they going through, I choose to be grateful, big dog. Straight up, I choose to be grateful. You know what I'm saying? I choose to be grateful.
You don't think if it's hard to put church in it, man, because you got so many people that be nowadays were sensitive about that word church. Like, I don't go to church, goddamn. I see the pastor doing this, the other person ain't doing that. I'm like, why everybody worry about what everybody else doing in the church, cuz?
But see what they don't understand.
What I was getting at is just putting God first, but I was gonna put the church in it. You know what I'm saying? But man, that's so crazy. Bro.
But how can the words say? How can you hear without a preacher? I got to find.
They say you don't need to go. They say you don't need to go to church to have a great relationship with God.
Who? I ain't said that. I ain't say that.
Right.
I ain't say that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So what you think about that?
What?
You don't think like, I know we ain't got to go to church to have a good relationship with God, but I do feel like, you know how that student next to you in class, you might not understand this question here, but since he ain't here with you every day and he doing homework, going home, doing this every day, pretty much what the teacher teaching, you don't think, goddamn, that's what church used for with other people in church? Somebody you can relate to, or somebody who might have been through that storm before you done been through that storm, or their cousin or their auntie done went through that storm, and that's why we all come here and we can all mingle our thoughts and learn from each other. You don't think that's why we need to go to church? Like, yeah, we can have a relationship with God outside of all these people, but I ain't gonna say we need, that's a good reason, but it is a good reason. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the reason why, we should, work on that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You got other people in church. You can when you're going through something, man. Like, of course you don't want to tell everybody your personal business, but if you want to vent about something, you might have somebody in church who done been through it. Their auntie went through it. They seen their mama go through it. You know what I'm saying? Like, or they might have you might have a perspective on this verse, but they might have a different perspective, but their perspective might sound better. You know what I'm saying? Like, you around other people who you can learn from, like, just in school. Like, you don't know the answer number 3. You ask Jacob, the white boy sent Messiah, the black boy sent Messiah, and you say, hey, man, like, explain number 3 for me. It's the same thing about Bible verses, what you're going through in life. Get on going with it.
But that's what I'm saying. Each one reach one. When you reach one, you teach one. It don't matter what the man done failed at. I get it.
Yeah.
He can't have no accountability team because he don't put himself in a situation to fall.
Right.
You feel me? If you battling with lust and all that big time, you don't need to be meeting with no ladies behind closed doors without nobody in there. That's what I'm saying, cuz you got to know yourself.
Yeah.
And the people around you got to know you, dog. If I know you're an alcoholic, cuz and you trying not to drink, why I'm gonna take you to the bar for? And say, hey, look, and then what we say, all right, now you know you can't have but one now. Come on, bro. I'm saying you up to fall, big time.
You right.
I'm saying you up to fall. I was chilling with a dude one time, and he say, man, I ain't trying to play the devil advocate, but sometimes, I look at women every now and then. I said, oh yeah. I said, oh, you do? He was like, yeah. He said, but I know you. He said, I know you got a good marriage though, man. You know what I'm saying? You got a good marriage. My marriage just been. Man, I feel like I'm by myself every day. So he done made an excuse to do what he do.
Yeah, he done lying to himself.
He lying to himself. Now, I ain't saying he might not be lying, but he done made it an excuse.
Yeah.
You feel me? To do whatever he trying to do. You feel me? Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? The scripture say that though, bro. Over there in Romans 10 and 14, bro. I just looked it up. It say King James Version. It say, how then shall they call on him, talking about Jesus, in whom they have not believed? And how shall they believe in him in whom they have not heard? How shall they hear without a preacher? So I'm saying all that. Say a preacher's just a messenger, cuz. I'm preaching right now.
Well, they say why should I listen to you? Well, let me tell you how folks say it, bro. You can tell me, pretty much, I'm going to use an analogy. Now, if you telling me, I'm just on the type of person. If you telling me something, cuz, but I know what you're saying is rational. I know it's positive. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I ain't. We got a sense enough to know if somebody telling us the truth. You know what I'm saying about most things. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So why do it matter what he do wrong? If what he just half of the stuff he teaching you, you don't know for anyway. You know what I'm saying? Most of us ain't going home picking up the Bible. You know what I'm saying?
What's that question you asked in that phrase right there?
Like,
why we worry about what he do wrong?
Why we worry about the messenger instead of the message?
Cause we ain't trying to do right anyway, cuz we ain't trying to think about when somebody talking about the pastor or whatever like that. They saying that so they can stay where they at, cuz they using that as a stumbling block to stay where they at, cuz. Right or wrong, on every occasion.
Yeah.
Oh, I ain't going to church. Yeah. Why you going to church over there? Oh, Pastor Church. I heard Pastor Church should be over there. Oh, Shanika house. What they got to do with you? What they got to... Okay, so get what? Don't go to that church. Go to another church. Well, I ain't going to that church because they don't know when it's time to go. So you going to church already, ready to go. You right. Stay at home. You need to stay at the house. Now, I ain't saying some church can't be long, but some church do go, especially old church back in the day. Them folks go 3-4 days, you let them. You know what I'm saying? But ain't nothing wrong with that. They understand the power of God, bro. We stand, how long we willing to stay in the club all night? Not saying that's a comparison because you ain't, not saying that's a, and I shouldn't have compared it like that, but not saying this comparison because you ain't in your right mind. So it's always easier to do negative than it is to do positive. Always.
Hey, man, I heard somebody say one time, man, okay, a couple went to a church, right? So the boyfriend or whoever got there, and the man, he went up there. You know when they pray up, be in touch, you do this and the third.
Yeah.
So he went up there so the pastor could touch and pray on, you know, that type of stuff. So, but he got back to his seat and, you know, asked the old lady, like, why she ain't, like, I don't know if he asked the old lady when they got back to the seat or in the car. So pretty much asked the old lady, like, why you ain't go? They said, I don't want him touching on me. I don't know what kind of soul and spirit and he got it. And you know how the church folks ain't living right these days, this, that, and the third. What's your thoughts on that?
I mean, I respect it. Bro. You supposed to be like that. You supposed to be like that, bro. You supposed to be real discerning on who's just touching over you and praying over you. I get it. So I respect it.
So my question is, I somewhat get the touching part too. But as far as like spirit wise and the discernment you're talking about, like, I'm trying to figure out how to word this. Like, is it necessary to even be at that church anyways? If you feel like that?
You said what? So what if you lose your house? So what if you lose your car? Ain't nothing but possession, bro.